You are listening to Pharmacy, IT, and Me, your Informatics Pharmacist podcast. As with every episode, we start off stating that this episode's target audience will be pharmacy students and basically any pharmacists who are not aware of informatics and want to learn more. So this is going to be a very high-level overview of what pharmacy informatics is. And to even answer this question, we need to look first at what informatics is. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, informatics is defined as an information science. This is basically the core of what pharmacy informatics is about. Think about mathematics. The root word of mathematics refers to science. And if you look at the definition of mathematics, it's defined as the science of numbers and operations. Therefore, informatics refers to how information can be processed and systematically analyzed. Now, in the specific field of healthcare informatics, this narrows down the field into how healthcare information and workflows can leverage technologies to improve patient care and care quality. When going down specifically to pharmacy informatics, this relates to how a medication expert can use their knowledge of both medications and information science to affect workflows that ultimately lead to improving the patient's care. Now, another definition of pharmacy informatics comes from the Healthcare Information and Management Systems Society, or otherwise known as HIMSS for short. And they state that it is the scientific field that focuses on medication-related data and knowledge within the continuum of healthcare systems. And this includes acquisition, storage, analysis, use, and dissemination. So I know this may all sound like mumbo jumbo right now, especially if you've never heard of this before and completely understand. That's because it sounds so general and it's hard to grasp what exactly it is that pharmacy informatics includes. So the best way to probably talk about this is to look at some example job duties or job positions. What you'll find is that not all pharmacy informaticists will know the same thing. You'll find that there are informatics pharmacists that maybe specialize in what they do. So there are vast opportunities for a variety of projects that you can be a part of as an informatics pharmacist. So let's look at some job duties of an informatics pharmacist. So one is optimizing alerts. Informatics pharmacists can play a key role in optimizing the pop-up alerts that occur when a provider enters an electronic order in the electronic health record. This is called clinical decision support, and it's a larger topic that I'll discuss in a later episode. Some of the alerts that pop up may be related to drug shortages or drug-drug interactions. But what do I mean when I say optimizing alerts? Well, if we have a lot of alerts in the system that may or may not be relevant, this causes the users to ignore all the alerts. So when a true alert pops up, they ignore it too, and a medication error occurs. This is a concept called alert fatigue, and one of the roles an informatics pharmacist can be part of is the assessment and inactivation of redundant or irrelevant alerts. Building order sets. Another role that informatics pharmacists can have is being the builder of the order sets. So order sets are a set of collection of orders for a specific purpose. For example, there may be a set of heparin and fluid orders that would always be ordered when a patient is receiving dialysis. And order sets are a way of collecting all of those orders together to optimize provider order entry by having the provider just choose dialysis as an option and then clicking on the checkboxes for the predefined orders that may be necessary. And the informatics pharmacists know the medications and know how to build the order sets within the system, so they are a key component in ensuring that the clinical request becomes an electronic reality. So there's also supply chain. The supply chain process of medications can be very daunting and would need the expertise of a pharmacist to ensure that all the checks and balances are met. Medications that enter the workflow from the purchasing side need to be tracked and maintained in the system through, their NDCs and lot numbers. So one of the job duties an informatics pharmacist can assist with is optimizing the workflow and maintaining the integrity of the medication data. So implications include recall tracking, dispense cabinet inventory tracking, crash cart refilling, interoperability with smart pumps, and some other things. In addition, if a healthcare system is qualified to be a 340B system, this brings in another whole slew of regulations that must be followed, and an informatics pharmacist assists with leveraging software tools to meet that compliance. There are many other functions that an informatics pharmacist can play a role in, such as working for, industry folks with analytics, or, ensuring PBM systems are interfacing properly or appropriately, overseeing operations of informatics staff in multiple locations of network facilities, and performing cost effectiveness reviews or participating in machine learning. And honestly, there's a lot more. I can go on and on about all the different functions of an informatics pharmacist, but for this podcast episode, I think you get the point. And as we move forward with the further episodes, we'll delve into a little deeper on the specific pharmacy informatics duties and the roles, as well as maybe discuss some potential strategies for common issues that these roles can face. All right, if you like this episode, you can subscribe and rate us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or any of your other favorite podcasting services. You can follow us on social media at Twitter and Instagram at pharmacyitme, or you can send us an email at pharmacyitme@gmail.com. And you can also follow me on my personal Twitter account at TonyDowPharmD. Thank you again for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode of Pharmacy IT and Me. And remember, technology is the tool, patient care is the goal.